In today's Grand Theft Auto 5 Online video, let's go ahead and talk about the PFISTER 811 that's just been added to GTA Online. I'm going to be talking all about this car, showing my customization for it, and telling you guys the price tag for this car. So, if you guys do end up enjoying the video, then be sure to go and drop a like down below, as it really would help me out as always. Now let's go. Now, the PFISTER 811 is actually the second of the 3 cars being added to GTA Online with tunable updates, as they are already in the files, but they're just progressively being added into online bit by bit. So last week we actually had the Proto X80. Well, imagine the next week we'll actually get the 770 or the 177. I forget what it's actually in the game. I think it might be the 177. But this week we're actually getting the PFISTER 811, and it's pretty awesome. It's not my favorite of the 3 cars. I'd say it's probably my least favorite, but it's still a pretty good car. Of the 3, I really like all 3 of them, but this just happens to be the lowest favored one. Anyway, this car is really nice. Of course, it's modeled off of the real-life Porsche 918. It's a very, very fast car. Not quite as fast as the Proto X80 from at least my experience in driving it, but it's a bit more nimble. It has a bit more control on the road. I guess because of that lower speed, it just has a bit better traction and braking, and it still looks like a really nice car. Now, what's very special about this car that we don't think I have in any other supercar, at least I can think of, is actually the ability to have it topless. You don't actually have to have the roof on it. But if you don't have the roof on it, it doesn't completely eliminate the whole kind of, the whole rear piece. It only just removes the tiny bit just above your head, so you just get this tiny little gap there. Now, you can actually add this back on if you decide to in Los Santos Customs, and I did show it off in the video here. I did show off what it looks like with it back on, and I almost prefer it with it on. But I just really wanted to have something a little bit different for once, and just at least try it without the roof, see kind of what I thought of it as I was driving it around the streets. I didn't want to make mine some like layerish colour, so I just ended up going for the classic graphite with ice white pearlescent for both things. I think it looks very nice. I really like this car on any supercar. I think the colour just looks really smooth, very sleek. But I didn't want to have anything too crazy. I just kind of went with the default kind of colour you often see on the real life 918. There's actually only one option for the spoiler on the back. This is pretty simple, so nothing too crazy there. You can add some skirts or like carbon skirts down the side. I just went for the standard ones and went for kind of carbon wheels. I think overall the car looks very nice, but I still don't think it's my favourite looking car in GTA Online. Although with the fully kind of graphite look to this, with the blacked out windows and the black wheels, this thing does still look very nice. I can't really complain too much about that, but there are just other cars, such as next week's 770, I think it is, that's coming out, that I think is my favourite looking car of the 3 of these. But this is still a very nice car and a very good racer, although like I said, it's not quite as fast as the Proto X80, it has much better traction and handling, I feel. But we're actually going to have to wait for Bruffy's test to be out on this, though by the time this video is up, Bruffy might of course have already made a video showcasing it. Now, when she took this onto the Arms Race GTA race, and actually just wanted to try it out and really drive without any traffic really fast down the runway, and also get out, kind of look around it a bit more in the nice daylight. So you can see here that it is a very fast car, like I said, but I don't know. Tell me down in the comments, are you guys planning on buying this car? Because the price tag is a bit more reasonable than the Proto X80, which was just ridiculous money. This is actually only 1.135 million. So, I know that's still a lot of money, that's still a decent bit over $1 million, but considering the Proto X80 that we received last week was in the ballpark of about 3 million or something by the time you ended up customizing it, I feel like this car isn't too much of an investment when at least you compare it. It's about a third of the price, though by the time you customized it, it could easily be about half or so. But nonetheless, it's still a lot of money saved for not a lot of performance lost. So, tell me down in the comments down below, are you guys going to plan on picking up this car? I really like it. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this car, or maybe you're waiting for next week's 770, which I'm sure will be a lot less expensive. It's based off a sports car, so an Aston Martin in this case. So, I'd love to hear what you guys are planning for this, for these 3 cars. Leave that in the comment section down below. And yeah, leave a like on the video if you guys did end up enjoying it, as it really would help me out, as always. Thank you guys all very much for 6,000 subscribers, by the way, as it is already on like 6,050 or 6,040, something like that. And it's only been a couple of days, so thank you guys all very much for that. It's much appreciated. Follow me on Twitter for any more exclusive kind of behind the scenes looks, any more GTA content, any more graphic design content. I post it all on my Twitter. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys all very much for watching. My name has been Flair, signing out.